welcome to Pretty Girls Keeping It Real. And today we're going to be talking about, this is our very first video, and today we're going to be talking about freshman experiences, like being at college. So, who wants to start?
Okay, for one, I want to say, we are freshmen, so everything that we're experiencing now is new to us.
Yeah.
I want to talk about first, when you first get here, you don't want to have to be like feeling like you need to be accepted. You can just be you. When you come to college, you see people from all different walks of life, so you don't really have to, try to feel like you want to fit in. You can just be you. Like, I met my friends, these beautiful girls right here. I don't even know. Like, I feel like we all just
how we there.
random people.
Like, how did we all meet?
Okay, so it's like we all are connected to each other somehow. Like, so me and Shakira, I had just got here, and for me, Shakira, my boyfriend was here, so I'm just like, hey, my boyfriend here, I can stick with him. So I saw Shakira, and like, real talk, we were the only black people in our area, like in our building. So I'm like, you know what, it's just time for change. Like, I had to be Obama.
So she came in and knocked on the door.
I came down there. I'm like, Shakira. I'm like, hey, what are you doing?
And a little later, I'm like, yes, because I was going to ask her to hang out anyway, but I just never saw her around.
Coincidentally, Shakira was my friend and another friend.
Classes together.
We had a class together.
Right.
She lived down the hall from me.
I don't know how. I don't remember.
No, I don't remember. Because we're all the type of girls who usually don't get that cool with other females, or whatever. And then like how we're so close, and like it just happened. Like I think God was working. Put us in together
because
we are not like most other college girls. Like we were born and raised in the church. We hold certain values. So it's just a little different, and that's why God, brought us all together because He knew we had the same vision and same values and everything. In a lot of ways. Like,
to be honest, like I never thought I'm a person. I only got one single best friend, one that's female and one that's male. So I'm straight. They go to different colleges. I can just call them whenever I want to. But it's just so awkward that like I've met these girls and we became so close so fast. And I honestly love these girls like so much. These are my babies. The tears.
So yes, it is possible to meet your long-term friends, and well, it is. You will meet your long-term friends in college. Parents normally say the people that when you get married, the people that's gonna be in your wedding are the friends you met in college.
Right.
I don't know, how long you've been friends with your friends at home, but these girls are like my friends. Like I really love them.
Yeah, let's talk about the roommate situation.
And roommates.
That should be
freshman experience roommates though. Everybody knows when you're in high school, some kids have to transition into sharing a room because I'm my own room. Yeah, I didn't want to share a room with my sister. And so moving in with a stranger was different.
You lay some ground.
Yeah, so we can do it like a different perspective. You moved in with a stranger, like that's different for you. Us having our own room, that's totally different. We don't like to share we like to, but it's like, whoa, you somebody in my space, like this is my space.
Right.
So we have to
my
roommate breathed too hard and I would get irritated. And it's just I just need my own space. But like sometimes you just have to compromise. And sometimes your roommate may not have the same hygiene as you. I'm about to keep it real. Like my roommate, she didn't wash her up every day. Like her feet, I came in the room. We came in the room and her feet was sticking. I mean, I was like, trying to be a Christian, trying to keep holding my tongue or whatever. I'm like, whoa, when people walk in my room, they're gonna reflect me. That's me too.
Where you lay your head.
Exactly. I mean, but it's a part of compromise. I mean, she's a pretty good roommate, but it's like you gotta give and take. That's all it is. You need to talk.
These stories sound negative, but I actually like my roommate. We had some.
Yeah, she had a good roommate. Morgan,
I love Morgan. She moved out because she wanted a big room, so she left me with the baller, the bachelor pad. So bachelorette pad.
Yeah, bachelorette. No, she is definitely like that.
My roommate, my situation is different.
Kendra.
You guys will meet my roommate one day. She's awesome. She's the best. But I met her. Well, we didn't really know each other. We got a room together. Then we met before we moved in. Then when we met, our parents was just like, okay, whenever you have problems, y'all gonna talk. But she was just so nice. Like I could never, just see negativity. But she's so amazing. Like we could talk about anything. She's in this group of closer friends. Yeah. She's just not here right now. But shout out to her. Her name is Kim.
Shout out to Kim. Love you, boy.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, my roommate is
she is sneaking in the window.
But she does illogical stuff. But you know, God was working with me when I came here because usually I'm the type of person who just say what I need to say. I don't care about your feelings.
Right.
But with the help of God and my mom, I didn't hold my tongue, not necessarily holding it, like not talking about what I want to do. If you have a problem with your roommate, don't try to, I'm just not going to say anything. You need to address it because that's your room as well, and you want to feel comfortable. So every time I address her, I make sure that, you know, I'm calm. Like, it's been times where I had to go to Asian room and cry, or I come over here like, I'm just so mad.
Why do you have a girl?
Yes, to sum that up, just make sure you say something.
Communicate.
Yep.
Right. Yeah, it's like all these experiences that you're gonna have, like, it's trial and error. You need to experience stuff, and then you learn from those certain mistakes. Because this all this is. This is all we've been doing here, learning from our mistakes and adjusting classes.
I'm not even gonna lie. Sometimes I'll be like,
hey, why do you have 50? You don't know what?
Okay, but it's really important to know that you're missing out on what you paid for.
Yes.
So you're not cheating the teacher.
You cheating yourself.
Sometimes cheating is well worth it.
Y'all understand how I be. You know,
that's the hard part about transitioning from high school to college.
You don't have
to. It's not doing what
nobody's gonna make you go.
Curfew.
Yes.
You can. Okay, so I count hours. I count my hours. You got to get in college. You have to get more like 8 hours.
Yes. In order to be able to function right the next day.
6 hours is okay. You might be falling asleep for 2
But let's keep it real. Y'all know we don't do that though.
You might have to do some
finals ain't no
joke.
H word.
Yeah. So just get it.
Be involved.
Be involved. YBBW! Shout out to our organization.
That's
you.
Yeah, I think it's like with me meeting, like, I guess with me meeting these girls, and then on top of that, joining an organization, it's so much. You know, I know so many people, I don't even know their names. But we had to take a test on the e-board, and I still don't know who they are. So,
and a lot of people, when you join one organization, a lot of times the other people are in other organizations. So it's so many people that work in YBBW.
Networking is so important.
And it also can help you
network. You don't know who you can come across to help you in your long way. We're freshmen. You probably like, y'all can't really say that. Y'all just freshmen. I mean, but we're trying to network now. But hence this. So I'm saying, like, we can network, and then later on the line, whoever we met in our freshman year, who knows, can like trickle down to us up in the future. You know, from job interviews, from anything.
We gotta talk about parties.
Don't feel obligated to do stuff that's out of your character. Right. That's one thing that as any human struggle with, especially Christians. Because we hold these expectations that you have to be perfect. Don't get to college and feel obligated to do stuff that you know you normally wouldn't do. Like drinking, for instance, it's around us. It's always gonna be around us. Right. And now we're in college and we're not with water. We're not with our parents. Drinking is like a main thing.
Everything is so
it's easy, like easy to get into, and it's hard to get out of.
Yeah, that's a good point you just made, because you need to make sure that you come. That's why we were blessed to have like a good foundation. That's where you need to lay your foundation, because if you don't have one at home, if you don't fall for something, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Well,
that's my favorite quote.
They'll mess themselves up and then just get kicked out of school and then have no routes.
Easy to get into.
Because there's a lot of people that we know that just mess up their whole school.
So basically, don't get too caught up in the
moderation.
Because these student loans ain't no joke, and when you
that's all we got.
You gotta pay those back when you don't go back to school. And there's a lot of people who on academic probation and everything that can't come back next year, and they gonna have to pay those student loans back. As opposed to us, when we graduate, we don't have to do it after they graduate.
And then we got out with what we came in trying to get. You know what I'm saying? But it will be worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be afraid to study abroad.
Boys.
No.
That is like a hard thing for a woman, especially a single woman, and not even just a single woman or a girl in a relationship, a vulnerable woman, a girl who just wants somebody to love her. You gotta know how to control yourself. If you really want to be a woman, then you need to know like what you stand for.
Because it's
that little stereotype. Oh, the upperclassmen are going to try to get the freshmen. I really honestly didn't think that was real until I got here.
I knew that. They did it in high school.
Yeah.
They got a little bit more sense.
No, boys mature really slow, and they're not gonna learn. They grow up to be bigger dummies sometimes. Some of them grow up to be bigger dummies who still have their childish mindset. So you can't just assume that.
So now I'm not gonna say that every boy.
Not every boy.
Not me and Candace, like not me and me and Alexis, we're kind of taken, so we don't really have that many problems. So you gotta. I feel like most college girls should be like Shakira. Now Shakira, she is single right now, single, prosperous woman right now. She got a prosperous future behind her, if you know what I mean. She can take up a room.
Okay, anyway.
They will know how to like find out stuff. Like it don't matter. Like she like even if it's a
listen,
she like
lurking is keeping yourself aware. That's how I feel. It lets you know what's going on because it has been a couple dudes here.
And
I didn't find out some stuff about and I stopped messing with them.
Lurking can help you out. It's just like when you go, like you don't feel like when we talk about boys, when lurking is under the umbrella of boys. When you have when we have a relationship, I ain't gonna lie. Yes, I lurk my boyfriend page. I don't care if it's on the internet. Like I don't love the look. I feel like because I feel like lurking. Even if you don't, this is what I think. When lurking's bad, is where you go looking for something where you don't feel like it's something to find. Like if you just go looking for something, you know the person didn't give you a reason to lurk. Then you looking to have trouble.
This is what she's trying to say. If we got together in 2010, you lurk his page, go all the way back to 2008. You try to put it in. I'm sorry.
No, that's unnecessary. It's a difference between lurking and being nosy.
Let's don't make it obsessive.
You insecure too.
Okay,
back to the topic. No, boys aren't lurking. When you in a relationship or with you not, you want to see what they're doing. Like I feel like lurking's gonna come with boys.
More than just falling for these boys. That's not what we're here for. If you just happen to find your boy that you like, then pursue him. But that should not be your main.
Right, it's gonna be hard because people gonna be. You don't
want that temptation. It's boys that live in the building with you.
I just want to say one word: discernment. You're going to need a lot of that because a lot of people are going to be coming at you with different types of stuff, spirits, everything. You got to know how to discern, like, wow, what's this? Wow, what am I about to get myself into? Because you don't know all these different types of people. This is the world. This is how the world is. Like, exactly. It's so important to know who you are and get to know yourself because you can fall for a lot of stuff in this place and people are not going to care about you.
Especially when it comes to balancing your schoolwork.
Yes.
Right. Time management.
Not even time management. Your work comes before everything.
Yeah.
Because
sometimes it don't happen like that though.
These boys and these parties are not what you're here for because whatever they're doing, they're getting their stuff together.
Right, and then what if you end up pregnant? That boy gonna still go. No, listen, that boy still gonna be up here while you don't have to come home and raise a baby. No education or nothing. You know, learning.
And with all of that, one important thing though, and then I never realized is just having somebody to talk to. It's good. It's good for you. Because it's bad when you hold a lot of stuff in, especially as a college student. Because you can't take care of your own self.
This is all we have here. In our relationship, I learned that we grown closer because we are like each other's vent system. Yeah. Some vent to each other more than others, but we're still all together. We ask advice from one another. It might not be from that one person. It might not be this from that one person specific, like all of us, but it might be just one person specifically, and then they help us out. Like, it's just like the shoulder to cry. We're emotional, we're girls. We don't need that.
When I first got here, like these girls were kind of like my angels because, like, before I got here, my brother was killed. I'm lost, and I'm like, I don't know who to talk to. My parents, like, I live 3 hours away from here. So I don't have a car. I'm balling on a budget, all of that is all right. Entertainment, and like I'm like I don't know what to do. I'll call my parents, but I can't be in her presence. So when I met Shakira and I found out about her, and I met Candace, and they all had something in common. They all like they knew what to say to me. It was just like wow, like God, you are something else, And it helped me. It helped me so much. It really helped me. It helped me so much.
Well, guys, thanks for listening. We got to wrap this up. I know we had like a lot of topics in here, but you know, it's our first video.
The whole thing is stay true to yourself, stay focused.
Don't change for nobody.
Right?
Keep your foundation.
Hang around the right people.
You go to college. It's fun. It's really fun.
Yes, that's another thing. One more thing. We talk about all these negatives and we talk about some positives, but have fun.
Yes.
Okay.
Once
in a while, I mean, I was raised in the church.
We done been to a couple parties.
Right, I was raised in the church, but there's nothing wrong with partying a little bit. But it's like how you act while you at the party. That's what's
don't drink nothing that you ain't see. Get made.
Right, don't leave your cup down. Jesus.
So to
if you let me down,
right, we're making another more videos. So we have to make this short cut. Well, it was long, but we don't cut this short, you know. So we hope you
subscribe to our page.
Yes, please do.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real.
We just want to say what we have to say, you know. So just please show us love by subscribing. So we really appreciate it. I'm Alexis again.
I'm Candace.
I'm Asia.
So we'll see you guys.